Yep.
Good afternoon, I'm Cassandra Anderson with Thursday edition of Say News. Our top story, 2 officers in Edmonton were shot and killed this morning while responding to a domestic dispute.
Upon arrival, the 2 patrol members went inside the building, approached the suite, and were shot by a male subject. At this time, all indications are they did not have a chance to discharge their firearms.
35-year-old Constable Travis Jordan and 30-year-old Constable Brett Ryan were pronounced dead in hospital. The suspect was found dead due to self-inflicted gunshot wounds. A woman is also in hospital in stable condition. Toronto police have issued a Canada-wide warrant for 26-year-old Omari Bend. He's charged with second-degree murder in a fatal stabbing last Friday at Etobicoke Banquet Hall. Bend is considered armed and dangerous. The U.S. Pentagon has released footage of Russian jet fighters attacking an American drone over the Black Sea. The U.S. says that the video shows Russian jets trying to dump jet fuel on the drone. They say one of the jets then clipped the drone's propeller, sending it crashing into the sea. The Russian says that the Americans deliberately brought down their own drone. Voting is taking place today in the provincial riding of Hamilton Centre. The seat was left vacant when former NDP leader Andrea Horwath resigned to become mayor of the city. Now turning to the weather, everyone will be wearing green for St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. But will the weather cooperate? Here's Gurpreet with the forecast.
Yeah, thank you very much, Cassandra. And St. Patrick's Day is obviously excitement for everyone. And we'll find out the weather in the forecast. But before, let's look at the Friday morning forecast. And the whole northern region will be covered in snow, but down here in Toronto and around areas, the rainfall is expected around 10 to 15 millimeters ending by the afternoon. And for the current temperatures in southern Ontario, the highest temperature for today is 10 degrees in Sarnia, and in London it's 6 degrees. And if we move north to the Barrie and Parry Sound is 6 degrees, and in Sudbury is 2 degrees, but in Kingston it's 3 degrees, and Ottawa with the 0 degrees. But in here, Toronto currently 8 degrees of high. And if we look at the 4-day forecast, today is a mix of sun and cloud. As you can see, it's 8 degrees, good decent temperature outside. But on Friday, tomorrow, it's St. Patrick's Day, big story, but unfortunately the weather is not so favorable. It's raining. It will rain around 10 to 15 millimeters ending by the Wednesday. And on Saturday, it's a chance of flurries with the 0 to -8 of temperature. On Sunday, the temperature is favorable, fairly favorable for the downtown trade in Toronto for St. Patrick's Day. No rain expected, no snow, but the temperature could be a little bit of disturbance. So, and that's all for weather. I'm Gurpreet Singh, and for more March Madness, back to you, Cassandra.
March Madness is underway, and the buzz for the U.S. college basketball tournament can be felt on both sides of the border. Here's sports reporter Michael Lima with more. Michael, what's the big deal about March Madness?
I'm glad you asked, Cassandra. March Madness is one of the most highly coveted tournaments across North America, really. A 68-team tournament involving 4 brackets, so you split up the teams evenly, 16 per. And it's a tournament where upsets are notorious. They come out of the blue. They're almost expected, but you never know which team's going to fall off the barrel next. So I think that's what makes this tournament just absolutely electric.
Upsets are always exciting, without a doubt. Any word on the betting and wager numbers this March Madness?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the wagers this time around, the legal wagers, they have doubled, almost tripled in value for these bookies, these companies that are making these odds. I believe the last time was 10.2, and now we're up to 15.4. So that's just almost a $5 billion increase from last season's or 2022's March Madness. So it seems every year this tournament just keeps doubling and just growing.
Well, the doubling in revenue sounds rather nice for the major betting companies, but so would a word on our Canadian prospects in the tournament. How are our fellow Canucks doing this so far?
Well, we're still early on in the tournament, but Canadian Zach Edey, actually GTA native Zach Edey from Purdue, number 4 seed through the entire bracket, really looking like a standout player for Purdue and that phenomenal squad they got over there. Over 50 Canadians, I believe, in the entirety of the tournament, men and women's. So it's something that I feel a lot of Canadians should be tuning into, and it's just a phenomenal sport just to gather around. I'm Michael Lima for Say News.
And finally, a special show in Seneca's cafeteria this afternoon. Crystal Quartz was one of 4 drag performers who entertained Seneca students. That's our report for now. I'm Cassandra Anderson from all of us here at Say News. Have a great evening.